Hi, how's it going? A couple of weeks ago we asked you guys on Instagram what vehicle you want us to get next. We gave you the choice on the poll between an A1 Sportback and an Audi A6, and fortunately you answered, so we're going to deliver. It's an A6, of course it was. It was always going to be an Audi A6. So in this video we're going to show you the car in full detail, give you a bit of a walk around on it, and hopefully see what you guys think. So we've come out to beautiful Blackburn. You know, it's all right, to show you this car on a cold February morning. So hope you enjoy it. Let's get into it. So the winner was the Audi A6, as I said previously. So we've got one here for you today. This is the 50 TDI 286 PS Quattro Saloon Tiptronic. It's a bit of a beast. Tango red, I'm not sure about that. So before I get into the spec in a little bit more detail, not too much, a little bit of detail, we'll show you a quick 30-second walk round of the car so you can appreciate all its beauty. The full walk round video will link up somewhere in this video so you can watch that in much more detail. So as always, we try and get, when we get a car to film, we will always try and get a fairly standard car, because ultimately that's the car that if you're going to lease off us, which hopefully we will do, most people go for standard cars, and we've delivered again, I'm pleased to say. This car's got one or two options on it, but they're the sort of options you want. It's not like a showroom car which has got all sorts of crazy expensive kit on it. This one's pretty standard. First one is the paint. So this is metallic paint, it's called Tango Red. Costs £685, which is the standard cost for metallic. I'm not a big fan of red cars, I've got to say. It might be because I'm a City fan. I'd probably go for metallic black or one of the greys if it was me personally. What is standard though, if you come in a little bit closer, are these 19-inch part polished alloys. 5 twin spokes, standard, free of charge. You can go and spend hundreds of pounds on 20-inch alloys. I think you can even go up to 21-inch alloys if memory serves me correct. These are good enough in my opinion. Let us know what you think in the comment section, but I'm not sure spending a couple of grand on a 20-inch set of alloys is really worth it when we've got those stunning looking wheels there. So the only other cost option on the outside of this car is the privacy glass, which I'm a big fan of. I'd definitely go for it if I was specking up my own car. You can see this car's got it. Does make a big difference. £485, not too expensive, but I think you're getting a lot for your money there with the privacy glass on this car. It just sets it off really nicely against the chrome window sills especially, so definitely worth the money. Okay, the last important thing on the outside of the car, or sort of outside, sort of inside, which everyone needs to know about, is the exciting boot space. So let's take a look, see what it's like. A6s traditionally, boot space is massive, even in the saloon. I'm expecting good things from this. You can see, and actually the props in there which we didn't put in demonstrate the size. Look how far that goes back. I'm touching the back now. The entry point's quite slim, but it does go back an awful long way. So a lot of boot space, always good. So that's the outside of the car. It's really cold now, so we're going to jump in, go through a couple of the features on the inside, and then we'll have to return the car, unfortunately, which is always the sad bit. But I'm pretty interested to see what I can. Well, let's just get inside. Oh, that's better. So inside, one of the features I really like on the S-Line spec of the A6 and just generally the Audi range is actually the seats. These are Alcantara leather seats, which come as standard, which basically means you get a bit of cloth, bit of leather. I'm a big fan of that, you know. I'm not a huge, I don't like, in fact I'm not a huge fan, I don't like leather seats. They just, I've said it before, but I'll say it again because it's true. They get too hot in the summer, too cold in the winter, unless you got one of these like the A8 we had, which had heated and ventilated seats, and it kind of like gets rid of that problem, which most cars don't have. Then it's just a bit of a pain. So I'm happy with these. Definitely wouldn't upgrade them at all. Really like these seats. Good job, Audi. One key feature which is missing from this car, and I've no idea why it's not on here, and I'll be, you know, I'm going to question that when I get back to the centre and find out why they've not ordered this car with this option, and that's the technology pack. It's a £1,495 option, quite expensive, but two reasons why it should have it. One, you get a lot of kit for your money. So you get the bigger MMI display screen. I think it's something like a 10.8 inch display, so it's a bigger screen. You get wireless phone charging, which is super handy. And the big thing that everybody wants in Audis nowadays is the Audi virtual cockpit. So you get a lot of kit for it. It's all good stuff you're going to use. But yeah, it's just under £1,500. When you're leasing a vehicle, because it is such a desired option, it increases the residual value, i.e. what the car's worth at the end of the contract, and therefore you're not paying that full £1,500. It normally can only add, on like say a 3-year contract, between £12 and £15 a month. So it's actually great value. So definitely missing off this car. So we're gonna get this car back to the centre because we've used our allocated time with it, unfortunately. Nice bit of a jingle there to start with.
Not bad.
One of the standard features which I don't think a lot of people know you get with this vehicle, and I'll show you now actually before we go any further, is the reverse camera. So you get the front and rear parking sensors standard. You also get this rear camera with the parking guidelines there, which is a really handy feature because it's quite a big car, the A6. To have that as standard is definitely a bonus. And also what I do like with this as well, which I don't think it was on the old shape A6, the previous model year, I might be wrong with that one, but I don't think it had the electric driver and memory seats. So as standard, this car has got electric driver and passenger seats, but the driver's seat has also got memory, so you can basically configure it up to 2 people, I believe. Configure the memory, the position of the seat, and then as you jump into it, you just select which option you want, and the seat will change position to as you wanted it, which is quite a cool little feature.
That is quite handy, isn't it? To be fair.
Definitely. Of course, the new A6 gets the split screen display there, which we've covered on a couple of videos with the A6, the A8, which is now it's standard in it, and you'll see this coming across the rest of the Audi range in the coming years. I prefer the VW, what they're doing with their new displays, the Tuareg video which we had. Personally prefer that display than this sort of dual setup. I'm not sure if that's everyone alone on that one or not. I'm sure I'll get lots of comments.
It was enormous, that screen, wasn't it?
It was
absolutely enormous.
It was massive. But I mean, you will do with this as well, but it's so easy to get used to finding out where the buttons were, using them as you're driving, obviously, because you know you need to be able to use this safely when you're driving. What you don't want to be doing is having to try and remember where all the buttons were.
Yeah.
So this car, as I said at the start of the video, it is the 50 TDI Quattro, which basically means it's got 286 brake horsepower, so it can do.
Ooh, I felt that.
Pretty quick, unfortunately.
I think even with our brand new tool, it struggled to keep that stable.
Unfortunately, there's not much of a runway we had to get up there, so
no, consider where we are. No, unfortunately, yeah.
So it's the end of the road now, unfortunately. We have just getting back to the dealership. So as always, big shout out to the dealerships that help us out, lend us these cars. So this one's Blackburn Audi. Really appreciate you giving us the car for a little while to use. I guess my final thoughts on the A6. It's not really changed from last time I drove it. They are nice cars. They drive really well. They look good. Not very inspiring. Not just a bit plain. A little, you know. I'm not slagging it off because it is a good car. But it's just a bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So that's at the end of our time with the A6 for now. Thanks to everyone that voted on the Instagram page telling us to get this car. We're putting out another poll in the near future, so look out for that on our Instagram channel at Stable Lease. But if there's another Audi VW that you want us to get, just drop us a comment below and we'll be picking a winner and getting that car soon. Thanks for watching, see you again soon.